as we head to 184, and we're actually going to get one of the returning starters for the first time today. John Poznanski onto the mat for the Scarlet Knights. Quick shot.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time.
No, he's not. Finished 4th at the 2021 NCAA tournament. The highest place winner in Rutgers history as a true freshman.
Yeah. There's a hazard roll.
Boy, he is wasting no time, Poznanski.
You can pin him here. He's got that tilt so deep.
That was close.
He was close.
John Poznanski, you could go all day about him. 4-0 already on the near fall points.
Yeah, the hazard roll is not one where you pin from most, but if you really, really, really get it tight, there is a chance where your opponent's both shoulder blades will touch the mat. It just has to be really tight. You don't often see it, but can happen. Especially at this level, you don't often see it.
As we mentioned, Paz wasting no time here for the Scarlet Knights. Already up 6-1. Just a little over a minute gone by. Looking for this pin now is Poznanski. He's got some near fall points.
That's going to be a pin.
Looking to flatten him out. Ooh. Very nice, but he's got the near fall.
I would have bet a lot of money that was going to be a pin the way he had him, but
Mason Bayer doing whatever he can just to stay off his back.
It's got a deep arm bar in now.
10-1.
That arm bar looks tight.
Another arm bar attempt here for Poznanski to try and set it up. 1:08 to go in the first. 10-1 Poznanski. Your number 5 ranked wrestler in the country at 184 pounds.
Nice crossface here from Paz. He's tough on top.
You think he's thinking national title this year?
Why not? Placed 4th last year.
That's a deep weight class again this year. Aaron Brooks, Penn State, the defending champ, is back. Parker Kakessian from UNI. Another young buck in that weight class. Loaded.
Nice ankle pick.
That is very, very creative from Poznanski. A lot of misdirection. Another takedown. It's 12-2. Looking for one last turn.
Oh, man, that half Nelson was deep. Oh, he's going to stack him up here, Nick.
Looking to finish him off.
There it is.
Pin for John Poznanski. He'll get the first period fall, and it's 39-0 Rutgers as the All-American starts off with a bang here in 2021.
Rutgers is going to be docked a team point or added. I'm not sure if they're docked one or Cleveland State gets an additional team point.
They were docked one, so you heard over the loudspeaker, 22-3 Rutgers.
Rutgers bench got a little too excited there, but now we get John Poznanski out here.
Poznanski, of course, 4th at the 2021 NCAA tournament, All-American. Highest placement for a true freshman in program history, taking on DeAndre Nassar. He also qualified at this weight last year. He was the number 26 seed. He was 9-5 last year, 30-24 in his career. Finally made his debut in the NWCA coaches rankings towards the end of the year last year. So Nassar, no slouch. Of course, Paz, the heavy favorite on paper. Rutgers on top 22-3 after getting docked a team point. And there's a nice shot and no takedown for Paz. They waved it off. Look at the trip. Nassar still fighting. Paz coming back in, and there he goes. Takedown for Poznanski. Out of bounds we go. 2-0. And you want to talk about a guy who just keeps working? That's John Poznanski.
He's also so strong. You just saw his strength there, pulling his opponent back onto the mat, quickly dropping down. The mixture of, it's a combination, I should say, of speed and strength.
It was evident last year, of course, Matt, in the short season, but Paz made an instant impact as a true freshman on the lineup, and he just seemed the most college-ready we've seen out of any of these freshman prospects in recent memory for Rutgers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And he finished on the podium, as you mentioned. So
nearly made his way to the NCAA finals. A I guess you can call it maybe a semi-controversial loss to Trent Hidley in the semis last year.
Yep.
Certainly one of the candidates to win it all this year, or at least challenge for it. Of course, Penn State's Aaron Brooks, the favorite once again. Poznanski certainly in the running to get back to the podium and maybe make a run to the finals. He's up 2-0 right now on Nassar, working his riding time up now to 45 seconds. Pace is slowed down a little bit now as Paz is in full control on top here. Right now, Matt, Nassar has no answer on bottom. He is flattened out.
Yep. Paz in total control.
Nice mat return there from Paz. Nassar flattened out again. You see Poznanski right now trying to go for that wrist control, cross wrist. Not under the arms, though. Stall warning on Nassar. Paz hooking that right leg right now. It's not a huge factor, man, but when you're riding on top, I mean, even just a simple hook like that just totally screws you up on bottom.
Makes it that much harder to just base up.
Nassar does get to his base here. Paz in that spiral ride right now, looking to grab a wrist. Works him right back down again. And we're going to come to the end of the first period. John Poznanski at 2-0 lead. He's got 2:10 in the riding time department.
Here to 184 pounds, Poznanski chooses bottom.
Paz goes bottom to start this second period. Nice roll there from Paz. A little awkward, but he manages his way, gets his way out of there.
Sure. Why not?
Whatever works.
Heavy hands on that tie, too. Or not want to get clubbed by him.
Man, if there's one thing we saw that was instantaneous last year, Matt, half shot there from Paz, he reattacks again. You just mentioned heavy hands, club in the head. I mean,
he's a brawler.
As a freshman, that's a skill that's usually developed. And, oh, nice little duck on it, but now Nassar reattacking. You saw the defensive wrestling there from Paz as well, getting his hips back as he could have been tossed to his back there.
Yeah, Paz was cool, calm, and collected. Got himself in a bit of a precarious situation, but he's not going to be thrown to his back that easy. Nassar is built like a stout and stocky as well.
Paz working him out. Out of bounds we go. Nassar ranked as high as 30th. Another look at that escape from Poznanski. Rolled through, got caught in his head for a second, but managed his way out. One thing I love about Paz's style, Matt, when he level changes, his knees hit the ground. He bounces off the mat. He's just that explosive.
Yes.
It looks like we're going to get blood time here. Poznanski, of course, of Colonia High School fame. 164 wins in high school. Absurd.
Man.
He
like
was
2 times the amount I had, Nick.
2 times. 2020 NJ state champion. Rolled his way through that 182-pound bracket. Actually, I think we actually might get, this might be an injury time here for Nassar. Looks like he's fine. We're in neutral. We'll resume. Poznanski was the first state champion in Colonial High School history in the 43-year history of the program. One of the top recruits in the country at the weight. One of the highest ranked recruits to ever be pulled in by Coach Goodale and company. Low leg single. Working back up as Nassar defends. Paz, little toss to the side. That underhook. Nassar's wrestling very defensively and pretty well as Paz, as I say that, Matt, Poznanski gets the takedown. It's 5-0.
Too smooth. Paz just in control, total control.
Keeping the feet in bounds. We'll run to the end of the period. So after 2, John Poznanski 5-0 lead. Don't let the low score fool you. This has been a match well controlled. You look at that takedown again. I mean, they're caught basically on their knees, and Poznanski, we've seen him hit it a lot over last year and the early goings of the first match and a half so far. Loves that duck under. He basically hit it from his knees, but just by squatting down a little bit lower.
Yeah, it was smooth. As I said earlier, a mixture of both speed and strength for John Poznanski.
Nassar to his feet, does cut away, finally gets on the board. It's 5-1. One thing I got to say, Matt, that's helped out Poznanski in that room, in addition to Greg Bolzak, who transferred in. We could be seeing him next at 197 pounds. Obviously, you have Jackson Turley as one of your teammates working in the room. Jordan Pagano, who works as a administrative assistant, is around the program, still works, practices in the room as well. You can't forget about Miles Martin, the resident athlete in the Scarlet Wrestling Club, former Ohio State national champion, 4-time All-American. So having all those guys in the room, I mean, you're just bound to level up.
Iron sharpens iron.
Stall warning again on Nassar. That's the second one. 6-1 Paz now after the point. Nassar tried to get low there. Poznanski, good counter, good defense, re-attacking and running him out. Well in control, less than a minute to go in this match. 6-1 Poznanski. The duck under attempt there. Definitely his go-to attack in neutral. 45.
Heard the Rutgers coaches yelling, go for a major. They want to see Paz open it up here in the last 40 seconds. Up by 5, 6 with the riding time.
Almost had that ankle pick. Riding time point is locked, so it's technically 7-1 right now in favor of Paz. So a takedown would give him the major. There's that level change I'm talking about. Well down to his knee, split out. $15. Another nice shot from Paz. Nassar, good defense though, 10 seconds. Tell you what, Nassar's been a good defensive wrestler. 3 seconds. And that'll do it. So John Poznanski, the 2-0 on the day and on the season. He'll get the 7-1 win. Just a decision for him though. So now it's 25-3 in favor of the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, I think he could have been pinned a little earlier than it was called. Sheesh. That was just a tight headlock. And Sammy Alvarez they were hand fighting and locking up, and he just seemed a bit passive. It was, I don't know. You rarely see Sammy Alvarez get caught like that.
Now we want to see, but we do see Sebastian Rivera here for Rutgers at 141. Scarlet Knights trailing 6-4 right now. Rivera, quick takedown, taking on Ryan Anderson. And actually, Matt, this is the long-awaited. He technically debuted in the last match, but he got a forfeit. Sebastian Rivera did. This is Rivera's debut against the fans, actually wrestling a match.
Yeah.
About time. That's what he transferred here for. Of course, the 4-time All-American from Northwestern.
Jersey boy. Christian Brothers Academy.
Gotta love it. Came home. Work out of bounds. He's a 2-0 lead over Anderson here. Rivera was a 3-time All-American with the Northwestern Wildcats. 2020, of course, a NWCA Coaches All-American because there was no tournament. But they still count for everybody in everyone's personal history. Rivera earned his way to the podium last year, finishing 4th for the Scarlet Knights at 141 pounds. Lost to eventual national champion Nick Lee in the semifinals. The two had a classic Big Ten final last year. Rivera dropped his match to NC State's Tariq Wilson in the 3rd place match last year. Of course, a lot of people questioned the offseason, Matt, if Rivera was totally built for this weight because he was a 125-pounder for a long time, and then In 2019-20, his final year at Northwestern, went up to 133, won his second Big Ten title for the Wildcats. Defeated Roman Bravo Young right here in Piscataway, that Big Ten tournament, in on a shot here. He's up 2-1 after the escape, by the way. But he put those questions to rest. After going 141 last year, didn't want to make that cut anymore. Decided to fully embrace 65 kilograms on the international scene. And there was a situation in the offseason where they were thinking if Alvarez was going to end up going back up to 141 without being able to make a cut or even go up as high as 149. Rivera even teased his favorite numbers were 1, 2, and 5 on a recent Instagram post.
Yep.
But he seems a little more filled out at 141. And if you're comfortable, all you have to do out there is just go out and wrestle. First period comes to a close. Rivera on top, 2-1 in his first actual match of the season. 1-0 today with the forfeit win, as Cleveland State did not send out a wrestler to take him on. Caution on Rivera. Starts this second period on top.
Yeah, would like to see Rivera pick his teammate up after Sammy Alvarez gets decked, see if he can get a pin of his own or a major decision, something that would electrify this crowd a little bit, open up the scoring here. Pretty tight match so far. Rivera clearly in control, just not able to score a ton.
If there's one thing Rivera can do, it's definitely pump up a crowd and re-energize a building.
Yep.
Of course, the air kind of sucked out after the upset loss there for Sammy Alvarez. Rivera trying to get a tilt going here. Anderson doing a good job bellying down. Rivera well in control, 1 minute to go here in the second. Up 2-1. Riding time building, minute 45 now. Trying to pry that left wrist out. Under 20 seconds. Steady control from Rivera. Going to throw a boot in. And he's going to get a count. Nicely done.
Yep. Took his whole time, this whole period, setting something up, finally got to it. Sometimes it takes a little while. Crowd likes it. We'll have 4 near fall.
6-1. Rivera out in front. We'll head to the third.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have news from across the street. Your Rutgers field hockey team has won the Big Ten Tournament Championship.
Wow, if you heard that over the loudspeaker, just a Rutgers sports update. A big congratulations. The Rutgers field hockey team defeated Michigan in the Big Ten Finals. And Matt, that is the first ever Big Ten team title in school history. The Rutgers field hockey team, 2021 Big Ten champions.
Yeah, it's awesome. They won 1-0. I actually got to cover the field hockey team for a year when I was at Rutgers writing for the school newspaper, the Daily Targum, so I actually do know some of the girls still on the team. Big congratulations to them.
Wow, that's awesome. That'll put some positive vibes back into this building as Rivera has a 7-1 lead. After there's escape, there's 1:18 to go in this match. He's up to 2:31 on riding time, so it is locked. Of course, the field hockey team, not the only team going for a Big Ten title today. Rutgers women's soccer team also taking on Michigan. They'll be playing in the Big Ten final in just a little bit, say about 20 minutes or so, over at Yersack Field. Shot from Rivera. Fend off by Anderson. Stall warning, though. The second one.
Yep.
Another point there for Rivera, so it's 8-1. There's a lot of great things happening on the banks here this afternoon. Inside here at the Jersey Mike's Arena. Anderson struggling with Rivera right here, keeping a foot in, and out of bounds they go. No takedown, 31 seconds to go. .30 seconds. Shot from Rivera. Trying to work for this major. Would have it with the riding time point. 15 seconds. Too much potentially. Too much clubbing there. Rivera ranked number 4 across the board in the ranking services. Looking for one more toss. Rivera.
Oh, almost.
Couldn't get it, and the match comes to a close. So a workmanlike win for Sebastian Rivera. Knowing him, not going to be too pleased with that, but he does get the major decision, 9-1, and he puts Rutgers back in front, 8-6. And now we'll head to 184 for John Poznanski.
184 pounds for Binghamton, DePrez. And from Rutgers, John Poznanski.
Sam DePrez out there for Binghamton as Poznanski looking to go 3-0 on the day. Physical first 30 seconds here as DePrez getting in his face. Not the Poznanski-DePrez matchup we were hoping for today, Matt.
No. It's all right, though. Poznanski gets the beat up on the little brother now. Hopefully beat up.
Sam DePrez 2-6 last year. Junior out of Hilton, New York. He's wrestled well today for Binghamton, 2-0. Poznanski trying to find his offense here. About halfway through first period.
He's taking his time. Nothing wrong with that. You don't want to force anything.
Binghamton has yet to wrestle Lou DePrez at 97 yet today. Poznanski almost, but no dice. If Lou DePrez does go, it would make sense here at 97 against Greg Bolzak, who made his Rutgers debut against Cleveland State a few hours ago. Nicely done by John Poznanski. That was one of the slower ankle picks I've ever seen.
Yes, it was. Works nonetheless.
He's up 2-0. 45 seconds to go. Stall warning on DePrez.
Oh.
15 seconds as we head back to the center. Well, everyone knows about John Poznanski's accolades through just one collegiate season. Of course, he's still considered a freshman after the blanket year from the COVID waiver. 11-4 last year. Now 13-4 for his career with the 2 wins today. Period comes to a close. He'll take bottom. He's got 56 seconds of riding time. In addition to stellar season last year, Poznanski took third at the Big Ten tournament before taking fourth at NCAA's, becoming an All-American. One of three for the Scarlet Knights last year, along with Jackson Turley at 174 pounds and, of course, Sebastian Rivera at 141. First time in program history, Rutgers had three guys make the podium. All in contention once again. Plus, despite his upset loss earlier today, Sammy Alvarez back in the mix as well. A 2020 All-American. Oh, beautifully done by Poznanski again. The ankle pick drove to that finish. It's 5-0. As smooth as it gets.
Poz in control here. He's been in control in every match he's wrestled today. Not unsurprisingly.
Always in control, man. We have less than a minute to go here in the second period. It's got to be a good sign for the trajectory of this program when you have three All-Americans come back, four if you count Alvarez from 2020. So you have four guys in this lineup that have reached that status before.
Yeah.
Even the
with a hungry young class in.
Yeah, even when you go back to Anthony Ashnall's days, which I make him sound old. It was only 2 years ago he finished up.
But he was here for a long time.
But you do go back to those days. He was a four-time All-American. You had All-Americans mixed in with him, like Scott Del Vecchio, Ken Theobald, and of course Anthony Perotti. Some quality NCAA qualifiers as well, but usually those guys hit it towards the end of their careers. Ashnall, of course, the exception. And now, you have Rivera, who's graduate senior. It's his final year, but for guys like Poznanski and Turley, they got
some young guns.
Handful more years to go. Poz can wrestle, including this year. If you include this year, it's 4 more seasons. Alvarez, of course, young as well, only considered a sophomore. As the second period comes to a close, Poznanski with a 5-0 lead. 2 minutes and 10 seconds of riding time. Not locked up yet, but close. We'll start the third period on top. Poz trying to work DePrez down to the mat here. He's got wrist control, doing a great job on top in this match. This is what you would call one of those commanding 5-0 leads.
Yes. May not show up on the scoreboard, but Poznanski has been dominant in the match. Just not scoring a lot of points, which doesn't always happen, especially at this level.
Poz is certainly capable. He's showcased it before that he can score a lot and really dominate, really pour it on if he has to. But in these closer matches where it's only a 3 to 5 point margin, he's going to be dominant. Stall warning again on DePrez. Another point for Poz. And you see Coach Goodell is calling for him to cut DePrez. Will work to their feet. There's one. 6-1. Riding time point is locked. $50 seconds. One more takedown for Poznanski. And a lock of a major decision. He's working for it, and there's a stall warning. For DePrez backing out, so now it's 7-1. Poznanski still needs a takedown, though. There's that level change. See that, man? He bounces off the mat.
Yeah.
Very unique. Shot there from DePrez. Poz sprawls. Trying to post, coming around, re-attacks.
Sweet
finish
re-attack.
one off. Oh, that was beautiful. Takedown, John Poznanski. It's 9-1. 15 seconds to go. Riding time point, of course, locked. Might try to keep this foot in bounds here. Short time. We're down to 7 seconds.
Yep, you can just hang on here.
And John Poznanski's going to lock up a major decision over Sam DePrez. 10-1. Excellent win for John Poznanski.
Look at this re-attack here, Nick. Just low ankle, elevate, trip, chase, far ankle, 2 points. That's how you do it.